ways. I do things that make me a better
video. In today's video, I am doing a little bit of a fun video. I am sharing my best of clean beauty. So I have somehow managed to narrow down a bunch of my makeup products to these select few in this little container. And I also wanted to share a demonstration of how these products apply, how they look on the skin. So the makeup that I'm wearing right now is using all of these products. So I will do little cutaway clips so you guys can see the application and some swatches of them side by side. So for example, I do have like 2 bronzers, 2 different eyeliners, stuff like that. So yes, let's get started. Which I apply my makeup. So I've got like my face products in here. So first up is a primer. I really do prefer super lightweight, hydrating, kind of skincare, multi-purposeful serums. I love how lightweight it is. I love that it kind of gives you that skincare property and just preps your skin before you apply your makeup. But yeah, this is such a good primer. Okay, so next we're going to do our lighter coverage foundation, and this is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream with broad spectrum SPF 30. I've used this in a few different videos, kind of like more my OG videos, and this is a really good tinted moisturizer that also has SPF in it. I actually really fell in love with this product. If you're looking for a really good, I would say light to medium buildable coverage and something that's going to give you your SPF, I do really like the application of this. I love how creamy it is. Now, higher coverage foundation. The True Skin Serum Foundation is absolutely amazing. This is in a pretty dark shade, which I work with when I am more tan. But if you were looking for a nice kind of like semi-dewy but definitely medium coverage foundation, I love this. I love that it has so many amazing benefiting ingredients in it as well that kind of hydrate your skin and plump your skin beyond just kind of adding coverage. And they have pretty decent shade range as well. So this is a really good foundation if you are looking for something a little bit higher coverage. Okay, concealer. Now this was really hard to narrow down because I have gone through so many different concealers, and I think the one that I just absolutely love is the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. This is my second one, and beforehand I was really loving the Saint Cosmetics concealer. Now that one is really good, but this one was just like slightly better, and so this has replaced that favorite. This is in the color Chicory, and the other thing I like about this concealer is that it's so much more easily available than the Saint Cosmetics. I was getting a lot of DMs of like, where can I get Saint Cosmetics? How do I get Saint Cosmetics? And beforehand they were in Whole Foods, and then they stopped being sold at Whole Foods, so it just became really difficult to find. So this one is super easy. You can get off of the Ilia Beauty website. They sell it on the Detox Market. They sell it on Credo. They sell it why am I drawing a blank? Socialite Beauty. There's so many websites and retailers, Sephora, that sell this, so it's just super easy for you to get, and it just is so amazing. It's creamy, it's blendable, but it does cover. Okay, setting powder. Now I have tried a lot of setting powders in my day, and this one is just the best. This is the Ilia Fade Into You Soft Focus Finishing Powder. This is in the older packaging. They have a new beautiful packaging, which I love, and I really like this powder just because it is a translucent white powder. So finely milled, just like seamlessly blends into your skin. It does help to mattify, but it doesn't take away like glow, and it just feels so incredibly soft. I find it very similar to the NARS finishing powder as well as the Laura Mercier for under the eyes. Very similar in texture and consistency and appearance and feel, but obviously way cleaner for you. So this just blew me away. I've tried many setting powders in the past, but that one's just like amazing. So bronzer. I have been obsessed with the Hand Cosmetics Malibu bronzer for so long now. It is honestly the best contour bronzer ever. It is a pretty small pan, but I do have a comparison to a new bronzer that just launched by Ilia, and I actually had someone ask me to do a comparison of the two, so I did swatch them next to each other as well as applied them on separate cheeks so you can see the difference. But this is a really cool tone. It smells like chocolate. It blends like a dream. It is very pigmented, so when you first place the product down, it is quite dark, but it blends out effortlessly, and it's just amazing. Now the Ilia, this is the Nightlight bronzing powder in the shade Drawn In, which is the lighter shade of the two available. It is slightly more warm, slightly more terracotta. I think it would work quite well on kind of like more yellow tone skin tones. So if you really prefer a real cool tone bronzer, I think you'll prefer this one. Lightly more warm, but it still just blends out beautifully. It doesn't look too warm on the cheek, and it is like the perfect summer bronzer. I know I just got this, but I'm already so obsessed with it. It also is matte, which is so hard to find. I don't know why so many bronzers out there in the clean beauty space want to make it like shimmery. Like I appreciate a good shimmer, but sometimes you just want a matte bronzer. So if you want a matte bronzer, that's it. Okay, blushes. I am more of a cream blush kind of gal, so I've got two that have been longtime favorites. I have the Juice Beauty Last Looks Cream Blush in Flush. Now this is much more of a kind of like warm nude tone shade, and it blends out really well with your beauty blender. And the other one I really like is the Ilia. This is the At Last multi-stick, and this is more of like a rosy color. I did do a swatch side-by-side comparison so you guys could see, but they're both really easy to use, user-friendly. Like, you don't need a lot of skill. I know a lot of people are scared of cream blush because it's going to be like, it's going to either disturb the powder they applied, or it's going to be really hard to blend out and it's gonna mess up all the other products on your skin. But that is so incorrect with these. These just blend in seamlessly. They blend on top of powders really well. Like, I applied both of these on top of the powder bronzer and the setting powder, and you can't see any like separation, or it doesn't like wear off any of the additional product that was on prior. So that is why these are my top. And my top highlighter ever. I have a lot of highlighters, and I have a lot of very like bam kind of highlighters that are very in your face, but every day to day I really like a more kind of like subtle, really healthy glow. Still has a little bit of, you know, shimmer to it, and that is the Lila B Glisten and Glow in Be Enchanting. This stuff is just so beautiful. I honestly wear it almost every single day. It has a very nice consistency. It's kind of creamy. It dries down really nicely. It blends in. I just apply it with my finger and it blends out so beautifully, and it just makes your skin look so healthy, so glowy, and it gives the most beautiful dew and just complements any makeup look. It's not too gold, it's not too pink, it's kind of right in the middle. It's just stunning, and the packaging, I feel like it's undeniably beautiful. Like, it's heavy, it's so luxurious. I love it. Brows. So I've played around with a few different brow products. I've used a few different Plume products, such as the pomades. I've also used the Ilia Essential Brow, and then the Wander Beauty Define Eyebrow Pencil. And then Plume came out with a pencil, which is such a blessing because this is amazing. I really like the pencil on here. It's super easy to use. I like that there's a spoolie on the other end. And the other thing I really like about Plume is that they use nourishing ingredients that actually help to promote hair growth. So if you find that you have pretty sparse eyebrows, I have actually found that my eyebrows have significantly grown in like bushiness. That sounds weird, but they're like significantly more bushy than they were when I first started my like green beauty journey a few years ago. If you go back to like my old videos when I didn't have makeup, I felt like my eyebrows looked a lot more sparse, but could just be me. So next we have our eyes and our lip product. So for eyes, I've got two different palettes. I'm very much a neutral, kind of warm neutral eyeshadow lover. So the warm nude in the Necessary eyeshadow palette by Ilia is just so beautiful. You've got 6 different shadows, 3 mattes and 3 shimmers. You can really use this palette in so many different looks, whether you want something a little bit more red tone or a little bit more brown tone. And I like that you can do something super simple with mattes or just do a bunch of shimmers. Today I used these 2 shimmer shades, and it's just really compact. It's really great for travel because you don't have too many options. So this looks amazing for summertime because of the bronzy shades, but it also really works well in fall because of all the autumn inspired colors. And the other palette I have has a little bit more color options. So you've got 8 different colors here, and you get a nice black and a white and a deep brown, as well as some more mattes and 2 shimmers. So I really like that this has a lot more mattes in it because I do like working with mattes very frequently, and I feel like you can just do a really nice shadow in the eye with some of these nice kind of middle tone warm browns, and maybe pop a little bit of a golden or bronze in the inner corner, and you can deepen it up with any of these two dark shades to make it into a nighttime look. It's also really great for travel because you can use this for so many different looks and it's pretty petite. Okay, eyeliners. I have two. I wanted to show a liquid liner as well as a pencil liner. This liquid liner by Ilia is a felt tip liquid liner, which is really, really good because I find there are very few of them. And I love a kind of like marker tip. I find this really easy to use. It's thin enough and it's very comfortable to hold in your hand. It's really, really pointed, so it makes a really great sharp cat eye if you do like that. And it is really budge proof. So it's a really dark black, which is nice too, because sometimes I find that black liquid eyeliners can be a little bit more charcoal or like a dark gray and not a true black, but this is definitely a true black. I'm gonna let that dry and then I'm gonna do a smudge proof test. It like literally isn't. You can see my skin dragging. It's just barely smudging. And then for a pencil liner, I have been loving for a very long time the Air Perez Jojoba Eye Pencil. This is in the color Stone. It's just so creamy, so pigmented, and it honestly, I love doing like a little lash line smudge just to make my lashes look a little bit fuller. And I definitely want to get more colors in this. I have the shade Stone, which is kind of like a pewter color. It's very, very nice, has a bit of metallic sheen to it. But yeah, this is such a great pencil. Mascaras, I have two again. I couldn't choose between these two because they are quite different. One is more of like a natural bristle brush and one of them is a silicone brush. So I thought that it was fair enough to include both of these. So the Well People Volumizing Expressionist Mascara has been something I've been using a lot recently. And prior to receiving this, I was using the Limitless Lash Mascara, which is also really good. And they're both really good at just like lengthening. You'll see a little like tester try on of how both of these look. And they're on both my eyelids right now. And you can't really tell the difference in terms of which one's better because they are both really amazing. And lastly, we have lips. This Kier Weiss lip pencil is so good. I actually have two. I have the rose and I think it's called Classic or Red. And they're just super creamy. They really do a really good job at making your lips look plumper as like you outline the perimeter of your lips. And I just really like the wear of these. I really like the pigmentation, how smooth they are. They're not too dry and they're not too soft. So I really like these. They are a bit more of a luxurious product because you get this like reusable silver top, which is a little bit over the top, but still a really good lip liner. For lipstick, the Kosas Stardust and Rosewater lipsticks are my favorite. They are just such beautiful colors. All of the Kosas lip color, weightless color, whatever they're called. All the Kosas lipsticks are really, really good formulations, really good pigment. They glide on. They feel really, really moisturizing on the lips too, which I appreciate because I do have naturally dry lips. So I absolutely love these. The other product I want to mention is a tinted lip balm, which unfortunately I have misplaced, so I can't show it in the video. And that is the Kosas Sport Lip Fuel, I believe it's called, in the shade Pulse. And it adds such a beautiful color. It's so hydrating. It's got hyaluronic acid in it, which obviously helps to kind of like add moisture, but almost like plump your lips. Not in like a bigger way, but just kind of smoothing out those lines, and it looks beautiful. So I love that as well. And then the last product I have is a lip gloss. This is the Fit Glow Beauty. They call it the Lip Color Serum in the shade Go. I'm almost finished this. It is probably the most neutral tone. It is a bit like a baby pink, but once you apply it to your lips, it kind of just like adapts to whatever color that you're wearing. Maybe it kind of lightens the darker lipsticks a tad, but these are just so incredibly hydrating. They always do kind of like plump up your lips as well, and they're just so beautiful. I have numerous different shades, but the color Go is definitely my go-to. See what I did there? Okay, face mist. So this is my favorite setting mist of all time. This is the Lila Bee Aglow Face Mist. Now I will say that there aren't a lot of like setting sprays out there on the market in the clean beauty space. But this one's amazing. If you like that really like dewy, glowy finish, if you find that your skin looks a little bit powdery or a little bit cakey after you're done your makeup and you just want to like add the dew and glow back to your skin, this is it. And it also does actually help to keep your makeup lasting all day. If you're like a Max Fix Plus lover, I feel like you'll really like this. So that is all of my clean beauty favorites, and I can't believe I managed to narrow it down to this group of clean beauty items, and I have all them linked down below. And yeah, I know that this is something that's been requested, and everyone's always like, what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that? And it's like, sometimes I just need to sit down and actually evaluate what it is that I use so frequently and love so much, and this is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any requests, then leave them down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like this video and subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.